Court to hear Lolly Jackson's estate case and NUM to approach mineral resources following a Aquarius Platinum's decision to suspend operations. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. The South Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg will hear a multi-million rand case today between Lolly Jackson's widow Demi and a company believed to be owned by a Czech fugitive Radovan Krejcir. It concerns a disputed claim on Jackson's estate. The company has filed papers in court to claim 8.4 million rand from Jackson's estate. SABC's Edwin Ntidi reports.
In its court papers, the company known as DRK Invest claims that Jackson borrowed the money and promised to pay the company by February this year. DRK also attached a copy of a document in which Jackson said he will pay back the money in 5 installments. But in a replying affidavit, Jackson's widow said the document was a forgery. Meanwhile, Jackson's murder suspect George Lucas' defense looks set to appeal in the hope of overturning a judge's decision to extradite him back to South Africa. Luca is wanted to stand trial for Jackson's murder in 2008. Edwin Ntidi, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Suspected serial rapist Reginald Tamani is expected to hear his fate when the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria delivers judgment this morning. He's facing 22 charges of rape, murder and robbery with aggravated circumstances. Tamani allegedly raped and robbed 10 women in the Tshwane Metro between October 2009 and March 2010. He's also accused of raping and killing an unknown woman in February 2010. The SABC's Sandra Delanga reports.
The state earlier argued DNA tests linked Tamani positively to the rapes of most of the women. The state also argued that the majority of victims testified that he was a short person with a scar on his chest. All of them were robbed of their personal belongings. Meanwhile, the defense conceded that the accused was linked with DNA, but argued that Tamani should only be convicted on robbery and not robbery with aggravating circumstances. They argued that the accused's main intent was to rape and not to rob. Sandra Delange, SABC News, Pretoria.
The National Union of Mine Workers says it is to approach the Department of Mineral Resources following yesterday's announcement by Aquarius Platinum that it is to suspend operations as its Marikana operations near Rustenburg in Northwest. The world's fourth largest platinum producer has cited low prices and poor trading conditions in the industry for its planned retrenchment over 1,000 workers. NUM General Secretary Franz Baleni says they can't afford more contributions to the unemployment.
The manner Aquarius has handled it is so inhuman in that we are not properly consulted nor had an opportunity to engage them and discuss them. That's the first thing. The second issue, we all know that commodity price is not fixed. There was a point where platinum was over just to $1,000 US. Provision should have been made when times are like this. So we are realizing that some management operate their operations as if they're sponsor shops.
And members of SARTU executive in the Eastern Cape have spent the night at the provincial education headquarters in Zwelicha near Bisho to await a written commitment by the department on the reinstatement of all temporary teachers. Yesterday, the two parties held talks to defuse the situation after the union had given the department 3 days to effect the demand or face action. Just over 1,000 of the 4,000 temporary teachers axed last year have been reinstated since April. SARTU Provincial Chairperson George Luke explains why they decided on this course.
What is at stake for us is a speed return of temporary teachers into schools. Because there have been many promises being made for temporary teachers to go back, and we decided that we won't leave the Steve Kiletwete complex until there is an agreement in writing between us and them for temporary teachers to go back. We have agreed that they will have to come back to us at about 4 o'clock this afternoon at the latest to present a draft agreement for us to sign for all teachers to come back.